Hello, my name is John Gibbons, and I'm with the product success team here at ServiceNow. And today I'd like to talk about the vulnerability response roles. Here we have a safe harbor notice for any forward-looking statements. We're not going to be talking about anything that's not already public information, so we should be fine. Some of the topics I'd like to cover today regarding the vulnerability response roles would be the personas that are used, right, for the vulnerability admin, the remediation owner, the vulnerability analyst, the CI manager, the exception approver, right? All the roles that are associated with that, as well as the concept of granular roles. And we'll be showing that in a brief demo. So the first persona that we're going to be talking about is a vulnerability admin. The role is the SN vulnerability admin. The users that have this role have complete access to the vulnerability response application, all of its records, all of its configuration elements, and the ability to install third-party integrations. Now, within this role, there's a lot of roles that are contained by it. So when you apply that role to a group or a user, they're automatically going to inherit all of these roles here. So I'm not going to go through them, but as you can see, there's quite a bunch, right? And so you can see it gives them the ability to do everything within the integration. The next persona is the vulnerability analyst. The role for that would be SN vulnerability analyst. And the users or groups that have this role have the ability to view and update all VI records for the remediation. Again, that role does contain a lot of other roles. So here's a list of all the other roles that is contained by that vulnerability analyst role. The next persona, right, is the remediation owner persona. The role is the SN Vol remediation owner. So the users and groups that have this role have the ability to remediate vulnerabilities that are assigned to them or to their group that they belong to. And so they have the ability to view and update everything that belongs to them or their group. That role, the remediation owner role, right, does contain these roles here. Okay. The next one is the CI manager persona. The users that have this role have the ability to manage the unmatched CIs not found in the CMDB and to update discovered items. So anytime we have an unclassed record or an incomplete IP or an unmatched CI class record, they'll have the ability to manage those as well as the ability to manage the discovered items that they are associated to. And you can see it contains these two roles here. The next one is the exception approver persona. Right, the role is the SN Vol exception approver. And so this just gives the ability for the users or groups, right, to approve exceptions, deferrals, and closures of remediation tasks and vulnerable items. And you can see it contains these two roles here. And the next thing we have here is granular roles. So granular roles is just the ability to assign, in those previous slides, all those individual roles out to groups, right? To give them more or less access, right? So if you have a group and you just want to give them the ability to, let's just say, read all vulnerable items, but not to be able to update, right? You can assign the read assigned role to that group. So it's just the ability to be a little bit more flexible in how you want to drive your access to your data. Okay, let's jump into the demo here. So here you can see we've got a group here, a user group, right? If we wanted to add some users here, we could. We'll just give it a few users here. And then as far as roles go, so if we refresh this, right, we should see the users added now. If we wanted to go into roles, right, So right, you can go ahead and see, let's do read assigned, right, or read all. So this would give this group the ability to read um, all vulnerable items, right? If we just wanted to give them the ability just to read what's assigned to them, we could do that. Um, so right, the concept here is just to give the flexibility, right, um, to whatever group you want. So right, so once you do that, you can save it, and now right, you'll see that these two roles have been added. Okay. So in summary, today we learned about the personas, right, for the vulnerability admin, the remediation owner, the vulnerability analyst, the CI manager, the exception approver, and the concept of granular roles. Got a few links here for you. Obviously, right, the doc site, and then gave you another one just directly to vulnerability response personas and granular roles. So I appreciate your time and thank you for listening. Have a good day.